Thoughts on dating apps in general? Good thing, bad thing?
Wow, double-edged sword there. Is that
Double-edged sword?
because it's
Double-edged sword.
okay, English is not my first language.
Oh. But I would
Fun
say, to answer my own question quickly, I think I said this to you off air. Dating apps have made things so much easier. They've made it so much more accessible to meet people, which is great. But it's also made people very indisposable, which I don't like for me. Personally. Indispensable, sorry. Fucking no, English isn't even a first language. Just put me to shame. But yeah, I think because it's so easy just to swipe and find who's better, and I think I've become victim to that. And I probably will do another video in the future about dating apps in general, the benefits and the negatives. But I'm personally sick of them. I don't like who I become at times from dating apps. It can be a lot of fun. If you're going to a new country, I recommend, if you're going traveling, go on dating apps. It's such a good way to meet new people.
Before going there, like
No, when you get there.
when you're there, okay.
If you're going solo traveling, get on the dating app, get on Bumble and shit like that. It's so good to meet people and explore, because they'll take you to cool places if they're locals. But that's just my 2 cents on it. I think in an ideal world, I wish I could like grow up in the 90s or the 60s and like meet someone more naturally. I get what you're saying. Sometimes in a nightclub, people aren't on their best form. But dating apps, you got catfishing, you got people lying about their height.
True.
So just tell me like what you like about the dating apps, and then tell me the negatives.
Obviously, it's very convenient to see people who is close to you. I think to me, it makes things just like so much easier rather than having to go out. And from my perspective, like going out takes a lot of effort. Like you have to look good, you have to make up on, dress nice. And with dating app, you can be in your pajamas at home watching Netflix and see like, okay, who's around, and then see maybe tomorrow I can meet some nice guy and like have fun. So that's a good thing for me, like just the convenience of things. And the second one, some dating apps allow you to filter stuff, like you mentioned about the height. It's a really big thing for me, height. So I really like to filter guys like from the height, and it's not so nice to say no to guys you meet in real life, to be honest.
You can filter people with height now on dating app.
Yeah, but you have to pay.
See, this is fucking evil from dating app companies. No, I'm 6'2". I don't suffer from this problem. Like,
I suffer from this problem.
but what I am saying is, and I've said this a million times, girls who put on their dating apps, on their dating profiles, you know what I call men under 6 foot, friends, fuck off. If I was a guy and I put on my dating bio, you know what I call a girl with small tits? A friend, I'd be cancelled.
It's double standard.
It's a complete double standard. And you can't change your height. It's the one thing you can't change. If you're fat, you can lose weight. If you're, you don't like your body, you can get some sort of injection that's going to make you bigger or smaller or whatever. Height, you can't change. I get worked up about it, and I'm not small. But it's literally like, it annoys me when girls in their dating bios say, I call people under 6 foot friends. It's just so rude. You don't need to do it.
I would never say that,
So
though.
dating app companies, if it's true, you have to pay to filter the height. Just fuck you, honestly, because it's rude. It's just fucking rude. That's great. Like age, like height, if you can filter it, no one gets hurt by the fact that you don't want to, you don't want to date someone smaller. That's fine. I got no problem with someone, like, if you like small guys, that's fine. If you like tall guys, that's fine. That's a preference.
Yeah.
But people who go out of their way to put someone down because of their height, writing it in their bio.
It's not the intention, Jamie. It's just a preference.
No, but putting it in the bio.
Right.
Like, I only date this guy
No,
who's
I
above
would never
6
do
foot.
that.
No, I'm not saying you do that, but I'm saying
Okay.
girls I'm talking about girls in
Okay.
general. And I think dating app companies, you've got to put height as a filter. So,
pay for
because then
it.
that would get rid of that problem. Girls
Yeah.
wouldn't have to put it in their bio.
Do you know this thing called short king spring?
I have heard of it. Is
I think
it real?
it's an American thing, but I think
Is it real?
it is real. In springtime, you're more open to dating short kings.
Why?
Because the spring is coming to summer. You don't want to be alone in the
Are
summer.
they going to spring in height? What's going on?
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Am I
It's
missing
just
something?
appreciate men even when it's outside of your comfort type. Like,
Yeah.
What a load of bullshit.
It's a nice thing. I think it's a
Okay.
nice thing. But I mean, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say like, of course, I like guys who are taller than me.
What's sort of like your height threshold?
6 foot.
Okay. Yeah, which is fine. I have no problem with that. That's a preference.
Also, because I think it's nice for girls to wear heels, and you don't want to look
Yeah.
down when you wear heels. I sometimes could feel like I've turned up to a date and the guy is actually shorter than me without heels, and it is
I'll
a
admit,
problem.
I think it's weird, and for me personally, I couldn't date a girl who's taller than me when she wears heels. I would feel kind of emasculated.
I feel like a quarterback if I'm taller than.
Yeah.
And I'm not tall and I'm not short. It's like
How tall are you roughly?
I'm 5'8".
That's pretty tall for a girl.
Yeah, I think
That's a good height for someone who's like 6 foot plus.
Yeah.
But I think 5'8".
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have people who are 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah. And
They're gonna
this
be
is the thing.
struggling with that.
This is my theory, okay? Guys who are above 6'1" do not care about their height and they don't lie about it. But guys under 6, they would lie a little bit about
They
it.
get a bit naughty.
So it's like, okay, they're 5'10", but they say they're 5'11". And it is, I swear, and okay,
Yeah.
I'm on
No, I know they do it.
I'm on dating app. It's like when you're above 6 foot, you don't lie because you
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, it's
but
not an
you're
issue.
under 6 foot, then they lie a little bit, but not too obvious.
Have you had anyone who's lied massively? Because I have a mate who says to people he's 5'11". I'm like, mate, you literally look about 5'8".
Yes, I have
You
had
know
it.
who you are.
Sorry. Like, not to body shame you, but do not lie. It's absolute. It's numbers. You cannot
Yeah.
lie about numbers.
So have you ever been on a date with someone who said, I'm 6'1", and
I
they were
have been.
1000%
Yeah.
5'9"?
And he's this like big time YouTuber. He has
Yeah.
like 800,000 subscribers.
It's me, guys. I'm actually a midget. And, I fucking. You can take my height. Give me the fucking 800,000
measure.
subscribers.
He was actually like, I mean, English is not his first language, so he didn't really have a lot of like.
No, you
know,
can't
nice
fuck
things.
up height.
No,
Oh,
but
I didn't
exactly.
know. I saw Sprechen Sie Deutsch. 6'7". No,
But-
you don't get that wrong.
Okay, I realized. Okay, he said he's 6'1". I can wear a little bit of heels, and I
Yeah.
did wear some like sort of heels. And I realized, oh my god, I'm taller than him. Like, and I
Yeah.
went. I tend to do this actually. I tend to say, I don't know if this is something that you ever encounter, but I tend to say, oh, my friend is running, she's alone. Like, is it okay if she comes to our date? And my friend witnessed
That's
it.
a real hot topic in the dating world right now. Yeah, I researched this shit. This is not just
And
plucked
also-
out of thin air. That's a real hot topic.
No, and
we'll get into that
Oh,
because I
hold
have
on.
my views.
And it's not just like straight friends or straight hot girl friends. I sometimes like, oh, my gay friend, or like something like that. And it's honestly, to me, like, it's a way to test whether they're a bigot or not. Like, if they would say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to hang out with your gay friend, and it's like, then I don't want to hang out with you. I'm so sorry, but he's just gonna stay around for one drink and then he'll go.
Yeah.
To me, it's also like to see if he's just an asshole or not.
Okay,
Okay.
so we will touch up on that
So
topic
the-
in a second. But
The Spanish
just-
guy who lied about his height, my friend witnessed it, so it was not just
So
me.
yeah.
Like,
Any other negatives about dating apps?
I think it's like, I don't
You
know.
must have gone on a date with someone I've had this. I've had an amazing conversation with them on the dating app. Met them. Rather watch paint dry. They're fucking boring as hell. You've never had that.
No, I think no.
So many people are interesting on, well, not
Text.
anymore, but when I was first getting into dating apps and it was like new and I actually could be bothered to text people
Yeah.
who I didn't know, now I can't be fucked. But yeah, it was like anyone could be interesting on a dating app. Oh, you do this, you do that, that's cool. And it's like you meet them and they're like this boring person. I'm like, oh.
I don't know
You
why.
not had that before.
There's no in between.
Maybe I'm
for
unlucky.
me.
Or maybe I've been on too many dates, but there's literally like so many.
I've had guys make me cry.
Yeah.
It's not better than, oh, you're boring. I've had.
But like
actually
you must have had
multiple
like you must so you say you get to know someone on a dating app,
Yeah.
build up this good connection. You can I believe that if you really do strike up a good connection over texting, you can start to feel something for someone.
Grow up, Simon.
I believe that if you have access to what they look like, you
Steady, gentlemen.
can build a connection.
Yeah.
But then it's almost like setting yourself up to fail a little bit, because this is me being a pessimist, but if you meet them and they're not that fucking
Interesting.
yeah, if they're not perfect, if they're not like what you thought they were going to be, or if you haven't touched on a topic and then they touch on that topic and they are a bigot or whatever,
Yeah.
then it's just like, oh, all this expected. To be honest, my tactic when I'm on dating apps is I'm very spontaneous. I'm like, hey, my name's this, blah blah blah, let's talk. And then I'm like, let's go on a date tomorrow, tonight,
Steady, gentlemen.
when you're
Yeah.
free.
I think
Because I
that's
feel like
fine.
if you build it up over 2 weeks, too much pressure starts.
Yeah.
And then
And things have to be good, when
Yeah.
you meet. But no, I've had guys who. I know I don't have this in between. Either guys make me cry or they talk about themselves so much. I think that's what I really don't like. And
Yeah.
maybe it's a little bit like I don't know what is the English word for it, like gender normative, but I like it when guys listen. Like, I don't want to listen to you talk about your achievements and
Yeah.
like success stories for 2 hours over the day. I'm so sorry, but listen to my days too. Like, what was my day like, stuff like that. So I don't want to single like, but there's a lot of Americans that talk just about how great America is to me, and to me it's like there's no in between. It's either that, like, or things are
Yeah.
exciting, or they just, yeah.
These are guys you met off dating app. Do you think there's like any baggage? I've had someone say to me, "Oh, everyone on a dating app has baggage." Just quickly, thoughts on that?
I think everyone does.
I think everyone in the world has
yeah.
baggage. So.
It's just like, I think what baggage you can tolerate,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Fair.
Yeah.
So any other negatives on dating app?
Oh, this thing about like too many options.
Yeah.
I think
it's bad for our
maybe there's a
generation.
smart word to call it, like some paradoxical thing about like having too many options, but
Yeah.
I think it's really bad that you cannot really focus. So what I tend to do, if I know like, okay, I have enough really good contenders on my plate, I'll just snooze it or delete it altogether.
Yeah, it can become
Yeah.
too much sometimes.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you're for dating apps. I think it's like a good thing.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like me, I work remotely, so I
And you
can
travel a lot.
Yeah, I travel a lot. I do prefer having like primary partner compared to like all these back and forth, like, oh, what's your name? What do you do for a
Yeah.
living? It's like it gets tiring. But yeah, I'm all for dating app. I think it has a lot of positives as well.
It's nice having people you know in lots of different countries, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. It means genuinely a lot to me that you made it this far. You're a real one. And yeah, guys, I had a lot of fun filming this. If you did enjoy it, then please let me know down below in the comments if you want to see more videos with more, you know, Instagram models, or, you know, just girls, pretty girls, just sort of talking about their dating experience, and we'll dive deep into all the weird and wacky parts of dating, you know, what's going on in dating apps, the weirdest messages they've received, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll get my weird takes on it as well. Yeah, if you enjoyed it, please let me know down below, and we will bring more of these sort of videos to you. But yeah, just want to say thank you again so much for watching, and if you could like and subscribe, that would mean an awful lot.